Good. Thank you. Thank you. You look amazing tonight. Virginia looks amazing tonight. Well, good evening, Virginia. Tonight, together, we have carved a new historic path. Tonight, Virginia, we have pointed our compass in a direction that guides us to the future while also building out our roots on our collective embrace of decency, dignity, and dedication. Virginia has chosen leadership that lifts up people instead of tearing them down. And together we have proven that in Virginia, a child's name, a family's personal struggles, and a community's identity are not barriers to belonging. I am so incredibly honored and humbled to stand before you as Virginia's Lieutenant Governor-elect. But as we all know, this moment of success is not mine alone. It belongs to every Virginian who believes that our politics must be more hopeful, more inclusive, and focused on solving problems instead of scoring points on the backs of other people's pain. It belongs to every parent who aspires to strong educational opportunities for their children. It belongs to all of our workers whose labor deserves respect and dignity. It belongs to the countless young people who refuse to sit on the sidelines and instead are charting a path forward through talent and skill, ingenuity and determination. My own journey from a young child landing at the airport in Savannah to now being elected as the first Muslim woman to achieve statewide office. The first Muslim woman to achieve statewide office, not just in Virginia, but in the entire country. And this was possible because of the depth and the breadth of the opportunities made available in this country and in this Commonwealth. And I want to reflect just briefly on that journey from a childhood in Georgia to an educator's life in Virginia's college classrooms to state government representing the Richmond area in the state Senate and now this statewide position. I first was compelled to run for office because I wanted to respond rather than quietly observe the targeting and the scapegoating of marginalized communities. I decided to run for public office because no one in this country should be made to feel as though they are not welcome in their neighborhoods or in their own communities. Now I know that many of us feel as though the nation is in the midst of challenges that are much deeper and more intense than those we have faced before, and that it will take us generations to repair. But let us not forget that the challenges we endure today are not entirely new, and they can be navigated. We have been grappling with profound questions of our national identity, our nation's history, and its complex legacies for centuries. This nation has not merely endured, but it has risen from every crisis through introspection, resolution, and determination. And tonight, we've taken another step forward. Tonight, today's elections and the voices of hundreds of thousands of voters tell us that we are ready to define a new path. We are investing in the future. We're building a Commonwealth in which every child receives a high-quality education and is able to build a life and a career right here in Virginia. And we're charting a path forward to ensure we have access to affordable health care, child care, and housing. And we will define our progress as successful when we translate that moral call to take care of each other in making those into actions of a government that serves the people that it represents. So tonight, I just want to share a brief anecdote that resonates with me every single day. It is an anecdote that I actually heard on the morning that I was sworn into office for the first time. And I think of this story every time I decide on the legislation I'm going to carry, the budget items I will champion, and the votes that I will take. And it's a simple story about the lamplighter. Now, some of you may recall those days before modern electricity, that the streets of our cities and towns and villages were illuminated by gas street lamps. And every evening at dusk, it was the task of the lamplighter to walk up and down the thoroughfare and light those street lamps. Those lamps were essential because they guided people back home through the dusk and through the darkness. And one evening, this particular lamplighter said to his young son, "Come with me this evening as we go about our work." And the little boy said to the lamplighter, "Father, what is it that we are doing this evening?" And he said, son, we are punching holes into darkness." Well, Virginia, tonight we are punching holes into darkness. When we protect public education, we are punching holes into darkness. When we give every Virginian access to health care, we are punching holes into darkness. When we ensure that not a single one of our neighbors goes to bed hungry at night, we are punching holes into darkness. So let us move forward, choosing compassion over callousness, democracy over demagoguery, courage over cowardice. Only then will we be able to continue punching holes into that darkness. Virginia, thank you for the immense honor you've bestowed upon me. Let's get to work, Virginia. Thank you.
Thank you, Virginia. Let me first start by thanking Jason Miyares for his service to our Commonwealth. In the weeks ahead, I look forward to sitting down with him to talk about where we can work together to do what's best for this Commonwealth. I also want to thank my family. Thank you to my rock, Mavis Jones. I would not be standing here tonight without her. And to Charles, and baby Zachary, who should be asleep, please know that your father loves you with everything that I have. To my campaign manager, Rachel, and the entire campaign team, the best campaign team in politics, I say thank you. To everybody who knocked on doors, who helped get out the vote, who gave their time and their money and their effort to support this campaign. To everyone who didn't give up on this campaign, I say thank you. And to the folks who stood by us every single step of the way, Labor, we love you. To the environmental community, we love you too. And to the folks who want to protect abortion in this Commonwealth, we love you too. And I want to thank every Virginian tonight who's placed their trust in me. The weight of that trust is not lost on me at all, nor is the history that led us to this moment right here. My ancestors were slaves. My grandfather was a civil rights pioneer who braved Jim Crow. My father, my mother, my uncles, my aunts endured segregation, all so that I could stand here before you today. My father was one of the first to integrate classrooms in Norfolk, Virginia. Even as the Attorney General of Virginia tried to shut those same schools down. I know that I walk in the footsteps of those generations before me who fought and bled to guarantee the freedoms that we have in this democracy right now. And I know that it's because of all of them and all of you tonight that I am honored and ready to be your next Attorney General of Virginia. The first black person bestowed with this awesome responsibility in the history of this Commonwealth. Now, you all know this was a hard-fought campaign. But at the end of the day, this election has never been about me or my opponent. It has always been about every single one of us and the future of Virginia. And this election, this victory, is for you. And for every Virginian who is lying awake right now. Not because they're following along with these election returns, but because they're worried about their future. For themselves and for families just like mine. We have big fights ahead of us. Our Commonwealth and our country will continue to be tested. But tonight I make this pledge to every single Virginian. I will never, ever stop fighting for you. I will defend the rights of every single Virginian. I will protect our jobs, our health care, and our economy from Donald Trump's attacks. I will take on those big corporations that have controlled our politics for far too long and lower costs for Virginians once and for all. And I will always work to keep our families and our communities safe. And I will always work to protect a woman's right to an abortion here in Virginia. Donald Trump, MAGA, and those corporate special interests believe that Virginia's government should be beholden to them. But tonight we send a loud message to them and to every single person across this country. Virginia belongs to the people. Together we stand firm against the people who would take us backward. We will use tonight as a springboard to reject the politics of divisiveness and division. And we will build a brighter future for every single Virginian. That is our mission. That is our charge. Thank you so much. I look forward to the future with every single one of you. I appreciate you. May God bless every single one of you in this Commonwealth. Thank you so much.